In this video, we will be talking about ways in which students can better organize themselves so their work life will be a lot easier. We're going to start with the usage of the Google applications that come along with a Gmail account. I know some of you may use Yahoo. I know some of you may use Hotmail. I highly recommend that you move to Google. It is a much more comprehensive settlement or comprehensive way of handling work issues. As an example, you can save documents online without the use of a USB drive and then sign on to another computer and see them. You can download them from the web on any computer as files that are compatible with Word. So if you have, once you create a Gmail account, gmail.com, you sign in. And your Gmail account will come up. Now, if you look at the top, you'll see a number of things. You'll see Google Plus, you'll see search, you'll see images, maps, play, YouTube, news, Gmail, Drive, calendar, and more. Under more, you'll see translate, books, shoppings, blogger, reader, etc. The ones we're going to look at today are Gmail, Drive, calendar, and reader. These are all very useful tools that can make your academic life a lot easier. Let's first look at the calendar. In Google Calendar, I don't happen to use it myself personally. I've used it in the past, but you can set up a calendar and put all of your events in it. All the things that you have to do, you can put it right in the calendar. So you can go to a date, it'll send you alerts, all the information that you want. It'll actually synchronize with the home computer, but that's a little bit more complicated than what we're going to go into today. There's also something called Google Drive. This is a place where you can store and create documents that you want to work on. Say you want to create a paper for school, you just say create document. You could create a presentation, which is like a PowerPoint, a spreadsheet, which is like an Excel, but let's just use a document. And right here you have a document. So we could type something in here like this. Hold on a second here. This is an example of a Google Drive document. And of course you have all the normal choices for fonts, font size, bolding, highlight. We can bold this, whatever you want to do. It automatically saves it. You can actually print from it. You can change it around. You can save it. And you can file. You can hit file share. You can add people to it that can see it. There's a URL to that document if you want. You can hit file again, and probably the most important thing is download as a Microsoft Word document, as an open document format, which is the document used by LibreOffice or OpenOffice. There's no need really to download in those formats because LibreOffice and OpenOffice can both read Microsoft Word. You can download as a simple text file, rich text file, a PDF, which is very useful, or plain text or a web page. Very simple. So just to show you how it works, I'm going to download as a Microsoft Word document, and I'm going to open this document with Microsoft Word. There's a document. We'll make it a little bit bigger so you can see it. That is the usefulness of Google Drive. It gives you 5 gigs of storage space. So it's plenty of space to do what you would want to do. Okay. And you can create folders. I have a lot of documents stored here. As you can see, 5 gigs is a lot. These are all PDF files that I've stored there. Specifically criminal justice articles I've stored there. And the beautiful thing is that you can go into this, look at your whole drive, and you can search for any document that you want. Say I want to look for a case like Terry v. Ohio. Look, it automatically popped up and found it. There's the case. I can print it. I can download it the same way I downloaded another document. I can download it right here. And it'll start downloading. See, it just downloaded it. Very easy. Now what I really want to show you, which you may not be familiar with, is the Google Reader. Google Reader can allow you to do research by allowing you to subscribe to RSS feeds or just to do research about a topic. Let's go to Google's regular site. I could have done it from within, but I'm going to do it here. Oh, they have a nice little logo today. And say you're looking at a juvenile justice issue. Say you're looking up juvenile convictions for murder in Georgia. And you do a search. Look, all state references guide. You got all this information. Now, this gives you information. But what about current stuff that may happen? You see, Google gives you images, maps, videos. This one, news, is very important because this gives you news story. News stories. September 30th, it gives you news stories. And right down here, you see this button called RSS. Now, if you click on this button, you can save this and subscribe to this either as a live bookmarks, but more importantly in Reader. Reader is that Google application I was talking about. And you can choose your own. Like I have my default as a program called Reader, which syncs with Google Reader. But I would hit subscribe. Now it's going to launch my program Reader. On a regular computer, if I didn't have this program on there, it would just launch the Google website. And I'll show you that in a minute. But the program is loading. And you see this little arrow back in the back. It's loading. It's actually going out on the web right now to check out all of the 130 some RSS feeds that I subscribe to. Very soon you're going to see this whole page populated with new news stories. It may take a little while, so let's leave it for a second and go back to looking at our story. But you can look at NAACP helping convicted felons fight for their voting rights. October 13th. So that was very recent. And you can go and look at the story. This might be a very interesting story to look at. And it has an audio feed on it. So you can look at all of this kinds of information. And if you were to go into Google Reader, eventually that story will pop up here. Now, the way I have my computer set up is such that it'll go through my program reader first, and it's populating as you can see. You see the stories here, various types, unread. Eventually, that story, all those stories are going to pop up here under a title, and you see how it's populating with various stories. But the whole point is, with Reader or Google Reader, you can keep up with many stories that are of interest to you. So if you're researching a paper, it gets the information for you. You don't have to go looking for it. So that's very important. I'm going to stop now because I'm not going to wait through this whole thing to load. As you see, it's loaded 2,000 stories already, and it still has a lot more to go. Now, I didn't put this in the criminal justice. See, this is nice because it separates them by date and when they were. And once you've read a story, you can save it. What I like to do is use a program called Instapaper, which allows me to store stuff. I will show you that actually in person as opposed to on this video. But I hope that you got some information from this, and I hope you found it useful.